So entry requirements vary quite a lot. So as a chiropractic course here has two different options. You can have a 4-year course or a 5-year course with a foundation year. What they call it is an integrated master's degree. Okay, so at the end you'll have an MSc, a Master's of Science. So for entry requirements for me, I came straight from A-levels. So that's the highest school education in England. So subjects, they normally ask for two forms of science if you're doing 3 or 4 different courses. So for me, I did biology. I think they asked for biology because it is so key with your anatomy and your radiographic anatomy and stuff like that. The second science that they accepted for me was physical education.
Okay.
Because a third of the course for physical education is anatomy and physiology, so how the body works, and the going over the biology and also the function, which is quite good for functional management and how we can diagnose biomechanic problems within chiropractics. Lots and lots of chances. The university want you to come. The university want you to come, and it's in their interest to accept you. Any lecturer or professors or tutors that we see round have an open door policy. So we know all of their offices, and at any time we can go into their office and ask them a question.
So whenever you need?
Yeah.
Okay,
so we were in Stilts, the cafeteria the other morning, and I saw Dr. Brecken, who's one of the head of faculty, and he's our normal radiographic anatomy professor or lecturer. And I had a question, so as soon as I saw that he'd finished his food and I wasn't interrupting his food, I said, "Oh, do you have a minute?" He said, "Of course, ask me whatever you want." Yeah. And they're really good and friendly, and each person will have a mentor or a tutor that's assigned to them. And twice a year you'll meet with them, and they'll assess how you're doing, what you're struggling with, can we refer you to. So in the university they have something called the advice zone, so they can help with math support, or if you're struggling with translations, you can get help through that, or disability support allowances.
They're all doing really well.
Yeah.
A lot of them help us.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, because they feel like they've had to work so much harder because they've come, they learn.
I don't know anyone who struggles with English in general. Sometimes you'll need, sometimes in a lecture or in a practical, the lecturer will say something, and a foreign student will say, "Oh, can you just use a different word for this?" Or "Can you just, I don't understand what that means." And all the lecturer has to do is just use a different word.
Perspective of having your own clinic. Is it possible?
Oh yeah, 100%. So the person, as a year 1 chiropractor, you get free treatment in the clinic. So you get assigned to a year 4 who will treat you for the year. So my year 4, who's been treating me, as soon as he graduates, he's already got a building and he's opening a clinic straight away.
So this is also an idea for a business.
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
Having a clinic is also a brilliant idea.
In year 4, you, as well working in the clinic, you get taught about business management and how to deal with the finances and the time.
You have subjects like this.
Yeah.
So they are like,
as well.
they think about this as well, that you may have.
The majority of chiropractors do end up being self-employed with their own clinic.
Self-employed, yeah, great.
Some may go to an established clinic in their town already, and they'll get a few years of experience.
Yeah.
But then they'll often branch off, because a lot of people want to go in their different specialties like sports chiropractic, maternity as well, or even animal chiropractic.
Yeah.
Really?
Specialties a lot of people go into.
Something like this?
Yeah, so for animal chiropractic, you do a course like this, and then you do a 1 or 2 year postgraduate course to specialise in animal chiropractic.
Wow, this is amazing.
And if you are equine chiropractor, so for horses, you make a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah,
£300-400 an hour. Yeah. For race horses and Olympic jumping horses, and Okay, so with chiropractics, one of the main differences that people see is about our ability to adjust and manipulate, which is what when you see a chiropractor doing the clicking, is the adjustment of the joint and the gas within the joint and replacing joints to make the nervous system flow properly. Another thing that chiropractors do is we can take X-rays, and we have it's difficult without. I don't know, it's difficult to explain, isn't it?
There's a lot of soft tissue work as well, but from my experience of physios, they tend to only look at the problem rather than the cause of the problem. So you get lower back pain. The physio treats the lower back pain, but then the chiropractor will say, "You've got lower back pain because your foot you're not walking properly, or you might be sitting on your wallet and you don't."
So you're looking
into it.
wide.
It's more like being a detective.
It's not an easy course. 100% not an easy course. At the end of the day, you're becoming a doctor of chiropractic. It's going to be tough. In 4 years, you're working hard, but the benefits at the end are unbelievable. So it's not necessarily that every fact that you have to learn is really difficult to take in, but there's just a lot to cover. So you've got loads of different modules and just a lot of information to take in. So all you've got to do is be organized and systematic at how you're doing stuff. That's one of the key things that I would advise, is get on top of your work and spread it out, because there's a lot of different stuff to do. But taking all of it in is a little bit difficult to start with, but you get used to it within a month or 2 months to start another course.